What up? It's your boy Anon. I'm back. Yes, I am. We're going to talk about something I just like talking about in general, and that is hip hop. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big fan of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? And we need to talk about a serious problem that is been, for recent years, has been the downfall of a lot of artists, specifically a lot of Southern artists in hip hop, and that is overexposure, overproduction, and just over everything. You know what I'm saying? Today we're gonna talk about the Migos. Okay. Now, Future. Let's just talk about this. Future is still keeping his name around. You know what I'm saying? He's still around. Okay, I'm not saying Future is irrelevant, but Future has put himself into the fast food category. And with you putting yourself in the fast food category, just like fast food, when you eat it too much, you're going to get sick and tired of it. The taste is not going to taste any different to you anymore. It's going to start tasting like straight water at a certain point. When you eat too much fast food, the flavor, you get so used to the flavor, you're not amazed by it anymore. You know what I'm saying? Especially if the fast food doesn't make nothing new. That's what Future is categorized as now. Future has released so much music he's released more quantity music than quality music. And with him producing so much music, he said everything. He's used almost any type of beat. He's done every single sound that he is capable of using, that any Future song that you hear is just another Future song, which is why the Designer thing happened. Designer sounded so much like Future, it didn't mean nothing. When Panda dropped, it didn't really mean as much until people found out that it wasn't Future. That's when it kind of blew up. Everybody was like, oh yeah, that Panda song, it was nice. It was a nice Future song. It didn't sound different from any other Future song. Then you find out, oh, that wasn't Future, it was someone else. And then people was like, oh, well, that you know what I'm saying? That was years ago. That was years ago when people started slowly getting used to Future songs and be like, oh yeah, that's just the Future song. Because that's what people thought Panda was before they found out it wasn't Future. People just thought, oh, that's just another Future song. Now, in 2018 and 2017 as well, especially in 2017, everybody started getting used to Future's music, and it wasn't really making as big of an impact as it should have. But Mask Off, Future released buku music in 2017. People don't know this, but Mask Off was not the only song Future released last year. Future put out a lot of songs I don't think none of them reached the success of Mask Off. And that's saying something, because people got so used to it. Mask Off sounded a little different with the flute. And still then, when you listen to the lyrics, it's still just another Future song. Now on to the Migos. The Migos, if you don't know, if you're not into hip hop, is a 3-man rap group consisting of Quavious, Offset, and Takeoff. Okay, Quavious is more of the hook guy, the melodious guy of the group. He does the singing, does the hooks. You might hear him on somebody else's songs doing some singing. He might spit a verse. He raps, but he's more for his melodies. Offset and Takeoff are the rappers, more of the rappers. Offset does the little melodic stuff, but he's more on the rap side, and Takeoff is really on the rap side. You know what I'm saying? And those two are debated as who's the better Migos, Offset or Takeoff. Quavo, I repeat, Quavo is not the best Migo, and whoever says that is a liar and knows nothing about music. Yes, them. They're out of North Atlanta, as they like to say. North side Atlanta. North side. Is the north a side? There's the east side, the west side, but north is up and down. Those aren't considered sides. They're from Atlanta, okay? They're another Atlanta group that came out, had to be, 2013? When did Versace come out? Versace came out years ago, and that's the song that kind of blew up on them, but they were still kind of under the radar. Versace blew up, but they didn't really blow up till last year when Bad and Bougie came out. I think it was January last year or December, sometime December 2016. It was recently where they really blew up. They had their little cult following, their little fan base that knew about, Young Rich Nigga albums and all the other stuff they did. But they didn't really become become big in pop culture like they are now until Bad and Bougie came out. And since Bad and Bougie came out, they've released a lot of music. They might be falling into the future category if they do not stop. This is all from last year, okay? They've been featured on Buku Hits. They had Bad and Bougie. They had the T-shirt song. Quavo did a collab album with Travis Scott. Offset, my bad. Offset did a collab album with 21 Savage. They did a collab album with Lil Yachty. They just dropped the album. This is 2018 now. They just dropped the album with 24 songs. 24 songs. If you don't know about the Migos, all they rap about is money, chains, hoes, cars, watches, materialistic items. That's all they rap about. And how to use the sling dope, which from what I know is not true at all, because I know people. That's not true at all. It might be, but from what I heard, it's not true. But pretty much they just rap about the typical uncreative rapper stuff. Money, clothes, hoes, and how to use to sell drugs. But they found a way to make it sound interesting because they have nice flows. Most of the time they have nice beats. But they are not Pusha T. They are not Jay-Z. They can make it sound interesting with their flows, but they cannot make it sound interesting with their words. Pusha T is the master of making selling drugs sound like the most. Just listen to Pusha T. Okay, Jay-Z, we all know about Jay-Z. Offset, Takeoff, and Quavo are not them. Okay? So imagine 24 songs of 3 of the exact same dudes in talking about the same stuff, and then they bring another person on every couple tracks to talk about that exact same stuff. It gets boring after a while, okay? And then the problem with that album too was all 3 of them were on every single song. What I like about some collab albums, or multiple main groups, I should say, that rap, is they don't have every single member of that group on every single song. If you listen to a Slaughterhouse album, which consists of Royce, Joe Budden, Crooked I, Joel Ortiz, not every song is all 4 of them on the song. Sometimes it's 2 of them just rapping. Sometimes it's 3 of them. Sometimes it's all 4 of them, but it's not always all 4 of them. The problem with the Migos album was it was 24 songs, and somehow they fit every single one of them in every song. Even if they brought in a feature, they would still have all 3 of them on every single song. And it gets kind of boring after a while. 24 songs. If they would have cut it down, I have a playlist on my phone, of all my favorite songs off the album, and it's only about 9 or 10 of them out of 24. And if I like half your album or more than half your album, I would consider it a good album. Okay? If I like almost every single song, I would consider it a great album. If I like a little less than half, I would consider it an alright album. This album, I would say, was alright because I liked 9 out of 24. If I didn't like any of them, or if I like 6 out of it, it'd be terrible. I would say it was an alright album. It wasn't trash, but if they would have cut it short, it would have been a lot better. With them having that amount of good songs, but that amount of songs, period, on the album, it makes the album's quality drop so much. If they would have had it like 12 to 13 songs, it would have been a way better album. If they would have kept the 9 songs that I liked and had a couple of other songs on there, it would have been a lot better album and probably would have been the best Migos album if they cut it shorter. But with it being so long, it got boring and it just took away the quality of the album. So with that said, I also seen that they're supposed to be dropping another collab album with Lil Yachty and Gucci Mane. And the Migos, after everything I've talked about for the past 10 minutes, I'm coming to the conclusion the Migos need to take a break for about a year. I like the Migos. I do not hate the Migos at all. Okay, I didn't like them at first, but that's because I didn't give them a chance. But now I'm getting, I'm evolving. I'm starting to give rappers a chance just so I can know whether I like them or not. I cannot judge a rapper if I've never listened to them rap. You know what I'm saying? I've listened to the Migos and they make some nice songs. They have some nice flows. You know what I'm saying? But when you do stuff like this, people get used to it. The Migos, despite what people say, the Migos can flow several different ways. It's just they have that one flow that they've popularized, you know what I'm saying? But the Migos can hit a couple flows. But if you release so many music, people will see that your flows are very limited. Even though you can hit more than one flow, that doesn't mean you can't hit more than 3. You know what I'm saying? So the Migos have several different flows, but if they release so much music, we've heard all of them. And people are going to get tired of it, used to it. People are not going to be as interested in the Migos, and the Migos are going to fall off. And that, I want everybody to keep making money, everybody to be successful in anything that they do. And the Migos, I do not want them to fall off at all. I want any rapper that, you know, found a way to get the public's opinion, make money or whatever. I want them to succeed. I don't want nobody to fail. Even if I don't like your music, I don't want you to fail. I want you to keep making money. I want you to keep doing you, being happy. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted, that's what I feel. Migos need to take at least a 6-month break. They can keep recording music, don't release music, okay? That's what they need to do. Because with 6 months, how the Migos do it is, it seems like they drop a song almost every couple weeks. With 6 months, the Migos can actually sit, think, and make some very thought-provoking, clever, more clever music. They can actually put time into their lyrics with a 6-month break. 6 months to a year, they can actually drop an incredible album with great lyricism, great storytelling. If they just chill, go do their thing. Like I said, continue to record music, but also discover yourself. Discover what you really want to rap about. We know you got the money. We see you got the chains and the watches. You don't have to rap about it no more. What you do need to rap about is how you made it there in a more clever way than just saying that you sold drugs. And just tell us how you grew up, the things you see, the world you live in. You know, I don't know how long this Offset and Cardi B stuff gonna last, but Offset should make a song dedicated to a girl in his life that he likes and how she makes him feel. You know, he don't have to. They don't have to do any of this stuff I'm talking about. But if you switch it, if you take a break, let people miss you, and then come back with something different, something that's not gonna like push them away, but something where people gonna be like, dang, like they actually spitting some real stuff now. They ain't just, you know, you know, they're not just doing that. It could help you. You gotta show evolution. Like I said, the Migos been around since 2012, 2013. I'm not completely sure. And pretty much they've rapped about the same thing that whole time. You know what I'm saying? So, but they wasn't as big and wasn't throwing out as much as I've noticed they've been throwing out. But this is getting way over length, but I'm back. I don't know how often. I should be doing it more often. I'm getting off days, and I'm going to just keep recording my phone until I find a laptop. I tried to get my laptop situation fixed by seeing what was wrong with this one, but it just, something's wrong with it. So I'm going to buy one, but I got a lot more important stuff to do, so I'm going to keep recording on this. It doesn't seem like too much of a problem, but this is going way over time. Migos, take your break. And if they got any other hip-hop related things y'all want me to talk about, just hit me up. Most of y'all know me. If not, go in the comments and tell me about something that I might want to talk about. Next episode, I might talk about, I already talked about the Culture album, but whatever happens around the time that I decide to record a video, I'm most likely going to talk about it. I'm not going to be strictly hip-hop, but I'm going to talk about it a lot more because it's something I'm very passionate about and I like a lot. So if that's not what you want to hear, I'm sorry, but that's it for me. I'm out. Too sweet. I'm still messing up. It's been 2-3 years I've been doing this, and I still can't get my own outro right. Too sweet. Deuces.